Hello, buddy. Welcome back to Tin Man Sport Channel. I'm your host, Jeffrey Tin Man Taylor, and today I thought I'd get on here and react to a Angry Grandpa related video, but it's another story time video from Michael on his channel, KidBehindaCamera, where he talks about Angry Grandpa having a sex business. Now, this video is like 12 minutes and 43 seconds long, but the majority of it was like vlog related stuff, so I'm just going to get to the point where he's telling the story and react to that. And I'll leave the link down in the description below so if you want to watch the whole vlog, because I ain't reacting to the vlog. I just want to get to the story. So without further ado, I'm going to turn these lights off, move the camera back up here for you guys, and let's get this reaction on the road and in the bag, shall we?
So last night I asked you guys to tweet me with a hashtag, you choosing the story that you wanted to hear. The time Grandpa was selling porn in his living room, or the time Grandpa got me the strawberry shortcake banana seed bike. And overwhelmingly, the porn story won. So many years ago, I think I might have been in the 5th grade.
I can see why that one got a lot of requests of being told, because it's naughty sex related. But let's just see why AGP got in that business to begin with.
Dad was always trying his hands in new businesses. He was selling rugs at the flea market and bells, and one time he started buying candy and had me selling it to the other students at my school. Yeah, he had me selling candy to kids. It was almost like a drug deal. I'd go into school, open up my book bag, and there's candy all filled into it. What you need? Then one day, Dad finds out about a guy who's selling pornography. We're talking magazines and VHS tapes. And Dad goes, I gotta get into that guy.
Oh, no. I would advise you not to do that. Because if somebody like in law enforcement found out you were dealing with that stuff, oh yeah, your butt will be going to jail. Because you never know if this stuff might have been illegal. But yeah, imagine Angry Grandpa selling rugs at a flea market or getting Michael to sell candy at school. I mean, they were trying to make a buck every now and then just so they can have something to eat and pay their bills. And I can respect that, but getting into adult-oriented stuff, no. But let's continue.
Yeah, business, let me tell you what. So he orders wholesale hundreds of porn VHS tapes. I mean, hundreds. There were boxes, and the living room had about 60 to 70 boxes in it. They were stacked on top of each other, and they were everywhere. The living room was covered with porn.
Oh my goodness. Now you need to sell them and get them out of your house. Because you definitely don't want nobody coming over that's like a neighbor and they see all that and then they report your butt to the authorities.
So the first thing that I did was steal a stack of the magazines and decide that I'm going to do the candy deal and sell some of those porn at my school.
Oh, hey, Michael, no. That is one way of getting in trouble. That's your straight ticket to the principal's office. Your dad's going to be furious you did that.
First person that I asked was the PE teacher. I asked my PE teacher if he wanted to buy pornography. I go to the PE room, I ask the teacher, and I pull out one of the magazines, and he's like, What? 15 minutes later, I'm at the principal's office.
See? What did I tell you? Well, at least he ain't asking the students. I know the student will probably tell on him. Lord have mercy, Michael. You shouldn't have not done that. I know you were trying to help out your dad, trying to sell him, but golly, that's nothing you bring around to school.
Dad's on his way to the school. He's pissed off. I get suspended. Dad invited our neighbor over who was addicted to porn, and this dude leaves with a stack of these tapes, dude. Dad, I'll give it to him 3 for 10. And that's pretty good price for porn. 3 for 10 VHS tapes. But the thing about the tapes is they didn't look like any kind of professional tapes to me. I remember specifically one was called Hairy Nymphos. Dad started taking the porn to the flea market with him. You know, people are coming up to the table buying all this crap that he's selling. You want something a little more adult? Goes to the back of the truck, opens up the camper shell, and he's got cases of porn back there.
Lordy. I knew that was going to happen. He was going to get suspended. Now, I know that it's not good to be addicted to that stuff, but if they had a neighbor that was into that, then I'm surprised he didn't, give him wholesale price on all the stuff to get it out of the house. But then they actually go to the flea market and he tells the customers, you want something more adult? Lift up the camera shell and boom. Lordy, I'm surprised security ain't rolled up at the flea market or cops.
We're gonna pick your poison. Dad was not a good salesman when it came to porn, dude. He'd invite somebody to come look at it. You like this one, Hairy Nymphos? That's a hot motherfucker right there. I watched that last night. Is this the face of somebody you trust when you're buying your pornography?
Evidently not. He shouldn't have not even gotten to this business to begin with.
So for a while, Grandpa just had these VHS tapes. The magazines he sold pretty quick, but he couldn't get rid of these tapes. Nobody wanted them because they didn't look appealing. Maybe they didn't want to buy porn from a flea market. Maybe they didn't want to buy porn from Dad. You know, whatever the case may be, nobody was buying the porn except for the neighbor who was addicted to porn, and he was a regular customer. Dad started slashing prices, $5 for $8, you know what I mean? Like $1.25 a movie. And he was just giving away at that point. He made a big loss on the tapes. He made his money back when the magazines lost his ass on the tapes.
I mean, I know he wouldn't have cared because he really wanted them things out of the house and be done with it.
Then people began to talk. As they do, people decided to start spreading rumors that Dad was selling homemade porn with all of us. The whole flea market was talking. You heard? Pi's selling homemade pornography with him, his daughter, and his son? It was absurd. Dad got pissed off. The police came and investigated. Everybody was getting in trouble. Everybody was pointing fingers at everybody else. Dad tried to sell the police officer porn. The guy's like, you want to see my porn? I usually sell them for $5 a piece, but for you, $2. Eventually, Dad took the entire case of porn and gave it to the neighbor because he couldn't sell them. They were causing nothing but problems, and the rumors that Dad made porn with the entire family spread for years until we finally moved from Colombia. So up until the time we were gone, and who knows how much longer after, people assumed that the porn Dad was selling was of the family.
Oh, that's just messed up right there. This is why you should not even sell them at a flea market. That's why you start to see more of these adult-oriented shops that will sell stuff like that have a license to do so. Well, like Michael just said here, he had to give them to the neighbor. And plus, he might know how to distribute them and get them away quicker than you were. And I cannot believe Angry Grandpa was trying to sell adult tapes to a cop. I mean, right off the bat, that would be almost like bribery. I'm surprised he didn't get arrested for that. Also, would be mad, too, if people just kept on spreading gossip, saying that Grandpa and his kids were making sex tapes. I would have trust issues for life with those people.
So it was this whole thing. Dad couldn't sell the tapes. Dad lost money. The police got involved. Rumors got started. Lives were ruined, and we moved. That's the porn story. Grandpa decided to start selling pornography. So that's it, you guys. I hope you liked the story.
Well, I'm at a loss for words. I still can't wrap my mind around Grandpa ordering wholesale of adult-oriented magazines and tapes. But he thought he would make some sort of a living with it, but obviously that didn't work out. Because one, he had trouble selling it at a flea market, and then Michael got in trouble with the magazines at school, and people started gossiping about it and got the cops involved. You don't want to get involved in that stuff because your life will be ruined quick like theirs. Hope you all enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on those post notifications for more Kid Behind the Camera, Angry Grandpa related stories like this. This has been another successful song of the Tin Man's Court channel. I'm your host, Jeffrey Tin Man Taylor. I said that's a wrap, and have a nice day, y'all.